SwimOutlet.com delivers the best online shopping experience. With an extensive selection and the lowest prices, you're guaranteed to find the product you need. Here's what you get. Free shipping on all orders over $49. Free 1 to 2 day shipping on all orders over $99. All orders placed by 6 p.m. ship out the same day. Shop at SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop.
This is Race Day, sponsored by SwimOutlet.com. We've just wrapped up Day 6 prelims here in Omaha of the USA Swimming Trials. I'm Tiffany Elias, joined by Jeff Cummings and John Lone. Let's get into today's events. We saw 4, 2 for the women, 2 for the men. Starting off with the 50 freestyle, probably the swim of the morning was Anthony Irvin's 21.8 to get that first place position going to semis. 22.0 for the boys behind him, Adrian and Jimmy Fegan.
Yeah, it was a nice start off for Anthony Irvin. I mean, this is what he's been working towards in this comeback, is getting in that 50 free and get a chance to go back to the Olympics where he won gold in 2000. I was kind of surprised. I mean, he's always said his start's not his best. He had a great start and just kept motoring on next to Nathan Adrian, who just did what he needed to do. But I think Anthony needed to go under 22 now just to get his confidence up.
This was a turn back the clock morning in a lot of ways. That time was 1500s faster than he won Olympic gold with Gary Hall Jr. Back in 2000, it's 300s off his personal best time from 2001. There's nothing you couldn't like about that swim, and God, talk about a confidence boon. Now, it was also flawless race, really. So repeating it now, let's hope we can see that in the semifinals. But what a great sign! Yeah,
and check out a post interview with Anthony afterwards. He, I think, was shocked himself. He said, "I hope that wasn't what did he? You know."
He said, "Maybe I got lucky.
Maybe I got lucky. I hope I have 2 more of those left in me." So he's going to be a favorite going into the semis. Colin Jones with that unbelievable 100 yesterday. He's going 4th into the semis. Can we expect another 50 potential second place touch here?
Well, the 50 is more Colin's event, so I think he's got to be nothing but jazzed about last night. It's just going to keep him moving on through semis and finals, where he's just going to really turn on.
And if you look at Nathan Adrian, he eased up at the end of that prelim, so he's definitely going to be much quicker. It's strange. The 100 freestyle is a struggle, but the 50 freestyle is off to a really nice start for the United States. Go figure.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to the ladies' 800 freestyle. This morning, just enough to make it back tonight. Coming in first is Kate Ziegler, 8:27. Young Katie Ledecky, 8:27 as well. And Jillian Ryan, 8:28. Were we surprised at the top 8 times making it back tonight?
I thought it'd be a little bit faster from 1st to 8th. I really thought these girls from 1st to 8th are really going to be pushing the pace. And I'm just kind of thinking 8:32, and now we're at 8:36 for 8th. It's not bad, but I just really thought that maybe some of the girls from 4th to 8th would be pushing a little bit better. Speaking of 4th place, Becca Mann, the 14-year-old, 8:31, just a really spectacular time. She's in finals, and just a kind of a footnote, she has a chance to break Sippy Woodhead's national age group record, which is almost 30 years old. I mean, that's going to be a major accomplishment for her.
A great sign, I thought, from Kate Ziegler, who looks sluggish and not tremendous in the 400 freestyle. I think it clearly proves then, as strong as she looked and as much improved as she looked today, that means this was really the focus. Unlike 4 years ago when it was a 400, 800 double that she was focused on both, I think maybe this time around the eggs went into the one basket. A real good start. Chloe Sutton's going to be there tomorrow night in this final. I think she did exactly what she did in the 400 freestyle, a real measured morning swim, not doing a whole heck of a lot, just enough to get through, and then she'll drop it. She'll drop the hammer tomorrow. And
Kate also didn't have anybody in her heat. She was well ahead of the field, so once they have a little competition in there, I think we'll see, some times that are going to be more realistic on the U.S. side. So moving into the men's 100 butterfly, storyline of the day here is all around Lochte. We'll talk about that in a second. Phelps is coming back on top, 51.8. Tyler McGill for second, 51.8 as well. And Davis Tarwater, 52. Now, Lochte, as we know, has the 200 backstroke tonight, followed by the 200 IM, and he has not scratched the 100 butterfly, which means he will conclude tonight with a triple 100 fly semi to wrap up the day.
I think it's a great decision, and here's why. If he can, and this is a big if he can handle coming back on a triple after a pair of 200 races and get himself one of the 8 lanes for tomorrow night, he has nothing going on. He's got a whole morning to recover. He'll have just that one race tomorrow night, make a run at second behind Phelps, gets himself maybe a medley relay spot then in London. And why not? We've seen the guy in a short course fly be phenomenal at a World Short Course Championships. I'm excited to see what he can do. Now, the big if is getting through this evening after what should be 2 pretty grueling races.
Well, he trains for this.
Yeah.
I mean, all season he's been training for that double, and I think at this point, after he gets to that 200 IM, it's gonna be like, well, I got almost like a half hour until this 100 fly. That's nothing to me. That's like an eternity.
Now, looking at the actual 100 fly, Phelps 51, where's the race for second?
It's all over the place.
It is.
It really is. I mean, Tim Phillips, Tyler McGill are kind of the 2 people everybody's looking at, but Tom Shields is really proven that he's ready for long course now, and he could be dangerous as well.
All right, so last individual event of the night was the women's 200 backstroke. Potential world record in the near future here, but coming back into the semis, all 3 of these ladies doing just what they needed to do to get a second swim. Missy Franklin on top, 2:08. Elizabeth Pelton, 2:08. Elizabeth Beisel, 2:09. Just enough to get back, but predictions for finals.
Predictions for finals are going to be tough for Elizabeth Pelton and Elizabeth Beisel. I mean, obviously it looks like Elizabeth's going to make the team in the 200 backstroke, but I think Pelton she's got a fire in her belly from getting 3rd in the 200 IM, and that's going to kind of help her along. Elizabeth's like, this is my last swim in the meet. Just
desperation mode right now.
Yeah, so just turn on the juice, and Missy Franklin's just going to be in a class by herself.
Yeah, that's the thing. Missy, it's a battle for second, and it's Missy versus the clock, and that's the fun thing. Can she get Coventry's world record? That might have been the easiest 2:08 in history this morning. That was unreal.
Yeah,
Very
I'm excited for that final. I mean, I think it's kind of, as we've gone along this meet, everybody's kind of just not expected a world record, and just everybody's starting to realize that, yeah, she was 2/10 off of it in Shanghai, and and the way that 100 back looked,
I think a 2:04 is very realistic here.
Yep.
Well, that wrapped up Day 6 prelims. Looking ahead to tonight for Day 6 finals, on the semi side, we have the men's 50 free and 100 fly semi, women's 200 back. And for the final events tonight, to post some more Olympic team members, we have the 200 breaststroke final for the ladies, 200 back final for the men, 200 IM, which will be our anticipated Phelps-Lochte showdown, and wrapping up is the 100 freestyle final for the ladies' side. Apart from the Lochte-Phelps showdown, anything else you're looking forward to?
The women's 100 free final, just because nobody has separated themselves from the rest, so there's a kind of a blanket right now over that field, and it'll be interesting to see who emerges for the 2 individual spots, who fills out the relay, and how quick can they go. I'm hoping we'll see some 53 mids here tonight.
Yeah, I think at a point everybody's going to be looking at Natalie Coughlin and just hoping she gets in top 6, because I think everybody the world over would be devastated if she's not on this Olympic team.
Right. Now, are we surprised that Allison Schmidt scratched the 800?
No. Not really. I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe she would go for it, but I think that's a little bit too much to ask to do an 800, because if she makes the team, she's got to do that 800 prelim, and that's taxing enough, and then have to come around and if she makes the Olympic team in the 100 free, to have to go into that final.
Yeah, especially with how packed up that 100 freestyle is. Why throw an extra 800 in the morning that could jeopardize what shakes out at night?
Right.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up the Day 6 prelims race day. I'm Tiffany Elias, joined by Jeff Cummings and John Lone. Make sure to follow our coverage all the way through the course of this meet. Join us again tonight for the Day 6 finals race day. And make sure to go to Swimming World TV, where you can check out hundreds of interviews over the course of this week from the swimmers post-race. And we will see you shortly.